Hello, welcome back to the Selling Dan and Selling Dan's most favourite jumper, just to annoy Amy. I'm just on my way, I'm just picking Amy's granddad up because he's a big fan of the videos and he just wants to come along with me and see if I can pick anything up while he's there, and he just wants to have a look for himself. So I'm just waiting for him. He's a bit camera shy, so I'm not going to do this intro while he's here. But you'll see him on the video while we're in the charity shop. So we're heading down to Chesterfield. It's 1 o'clock, so we're going to get there for like 1:30, 1:45. Now I'm hoping they still stuff out because it's such a big rotation at that charity shop that I think there'll always be stock. So let's see how we get on. You know, I'm bringing Bob along with me, and yeah, let's just see what we find. I'll go to the usual charity shops in Chesterfield and see what we can pick up. So let's get picking.
I must admit, I was really looking forward to getting out here and picking today. I think this was just before New Year's Eve, the day before New Year's Eve, so I was just really excited to get out, and it's really busy. Like, compared to previous videos that I've put on, extremely busy. I've never seen the car park so full, but I suppose I'm normally there at like 9 o'clock ready for it opening, whereas today, being, I think this is about 1:30, you know, it's just a different time for me. I just never expected it to be this busy, to be honest. And the weird thing is that you could tell a lot of people in here were actually resellers by looking at them, by looking at the way they're moving around the store. Well, other resellers will know. You get the vibe. You get the vibe of people that they're there to resell, and I got a vibe off of probably 60% of the people that are in here that they're there to buy, to sell on. Either on eBay, Facebook, Vinted, however they're going to sell on, they're there to resell. I always have a look around the electronics in this one, but I think they must have somebody here who is a bit of an electrical expert, or just is happy to research it, because they are so pricey, and like they really have to slip up for you to find the right item for a cheap price. Like, there was a Sony system in there that resells for around £55, and they wanted 60 for it. So they've obviously done the research on that one and really trying to point it out. Obviously, I know I've had comments before that these charity shops aren't set up for resellers, obviously, but there is the enjoyment of trying to go in there and try and pick things out that they miss, just like this foot massager. Great example. It was in great condition. It were up for £6 and resells for around about 30 to 35, so I thought it was worth picking up to try and flip online. And it comes pack tested, so it's all ready to go. Bob actually picked these up and said, "Oh, these look nice," and they were called Jenner of Holland, I think they were called. Yeah, Jenner of Holland, and they were really, really nice. And I did a quick Google Lens of them, and there was a set of 3 from like a small size to a large. They were £15, £10 and £5, so like a £30 investment, and altogether they'd resell for around about £50, so I just decided not to pick them up on that occasion. But now this is one that I definitely want to pick up. It's a portable, foldable commode. It's one that I asked Bob to keep an eye on, and you know, just a great pickup, and it's already sold. And I paid only £4 for that brand new commode. The Seconda stopwatch, like timer, field timer, was one that caught my eye. Quite a vintage piece, but just weren't any resale on it, and just weren't worth me picking it up. I think it were up for about £3. I think they sold for about £6. Now, this is something that I'm definitely wanting to get a little bit more in with the new year, is these like old creams, like maybe the ones that they don't sell anymore or anything like that. Or so this one is a number 7. There's a Lancome that's missing the mascara. There's a this 7 After Eat by EDA perfume, which is used, but you can still sell used perfume on eBay. So I decided to pick these up, ranging between £2 to 50p. So I picked 4 of these up. I picked a number 7, I picked the Body Shop 1-Up, the Aftershave, and then also the Lancome. Again, another New Year one is to look a bit more closely at pans, pots, everything like that, just because I see again, it goes back to the American one. I watch a lot of American like thrift markets, everything like that, and they pick up some awesome pans, and I'm just trying to find the name stuff that I can then clean up and resell. Like the heavy duty cast iron pans are obviously the ones to look out for, but if people are having to be a bit more thrifty, so buying second-hand pans might be an option that are in decent condition. As always, I'll be looking through these wallpapers, and they were a good selection. There was some she used to be on Dragon's Den, and I can't remember what her name was. But anyway, there were none that had like a couple of matching sets or anything like that, so it wasn't worth me picking anything up on that occasion. As always, wasting my time looking through ties. I just never seem to get lucky with these ties. I always look, to be fair, I'm probably looking at the same ones that I looked at last time. I need to start taking pictures, but just none that really stood out, and none that were worth me picking up. There are no Versace's on there anyway, which I was obviously disappointed about, but hey ho. I will find one day. Maybe 2023 is the year that I finally find a fancy tie that I can resell, that I pick up for like 20p or 50p. Looking through these suits, I've done quite well off the suit jackets from here, so that's why I'm having another quick look over and trying to make sure that I'm not missing anything, because even just suit jackets on their own do sell well. I got the Jaeger one from here, I got another cream one from here, which all sold for like quadruple the money that I paid for them. Just like this one, this is another Jaeger jacket, and it was in immaculate condition, and I think it was £3. So, and last one I sold of that one sold for 26. So definitely picking that one up. At this point, which was nice, is Bob's staying quite close, asking a few questions, but he's also quite happily looking around, which helps me out. And he's just looking over. He knows the stuff from videos before. He knows what I'm looking out for. He knows what I'm trying to pick up. And it was a great help, to be honest, Bob. In this video, in a few minutes, he does eventually find some good stuff, and he in this video 2 items he picked up. So this was one of them. This was a suit that he picked up. It was pretty much brand new, full 2-piece suit. Look how impressed he is with himself. And that was £4 for that full suit, and that sells for around about his HR tailoring. And I think the last one of them sold for around about £30. I'll put the comp just here, whether I'm right or wrong. But I was especially really happy with this suit just because Bob actually picked this out, showed me it, and went, God, this is a good deal, Dan. And he 100% right. This is sometimes how easy it can be, even if you've not done this before. Bob's never done this before, never come along with me before. But even just going out, that's £4, Dan. That's got to be worth more than that, and it was 100% right, and anyone could do that. Anyone can go out and see the value, even without a phone. You'd be able to see that some things are just genuinely quite cheap, and you can make money off them straight away. You just get that feeling, and I think everyone gets that feeling when you see an item like that. You are 100% right there, Scout. I am trying this year. This year I'm telling you, it's going to be quite a big year for. Oh wait, there I am. It's going to be quite a big year for me. I'm going to push myself so hard this year to try and make it so I'm making more money, making more purchases, growing the Selling Dan eBay page. Everything about the Selling Dan I'm going to be growing, and I can only do that by pushing myself out of my comfort zone, buying products that I wouldn't normally buy, spending more time looking through products, researching, seeing if there's things that I'm missing. And later on this year, I found out that some of these like mobility aids, disability aids do sell well, and they're relatively cheap in charity shops to upsell on eBay. So suits, I just want to keep learning, want to keep finding better brands, want to keep finding stuff in vases and stuff like that, push myself so hard, and anyone can do it, and just try and find. Don't stick with your niche. You've got to expand, you've got to be open to everything, even if it's not something that you like personally. do your research, check it, because it might be worth a small little fortune, or it might hit your reselling targets that you normally aim for in your either 3 times the value you've paid, 5 times, whatever it may be. So just keep pushing yourself and you will get there. Been keeping an eye on this commode all the way around. I knew that nobody would pick it up because it's just an item that not many people would look by and pick up, and it's not something that you go to a charity shop if you're going to buy for personal use. You'd buy it online. So at £4 I'm taking this, heading to the till, and my route kept getting blocked this time to the till. I just couldn't find my way through, so it does take me a while here, but I think Amy will cut it nicely so it doesn't affect the video. On to what must be one of my favourite charity shops to go to, actually. There is sometimes that I come here and I walk away with nothing, but definitely my favourite one to come to. I just love it. So cheap. It's a bit of a rummage around one, which I enjoy doing, and they normally have loads of suitcases, loads of golf clubs, all set out, stuff that I know I said previously not to stay in your niche, but this is my niche. I know exactly everything about it, and it's stuff that I can pick up straight away and not really check. So that's why I just go straight here and pick these up. This nice vintage golf putt, £2, sells for about a tenner. Not too bad, but it will be on the shelf not very long, and it'll go straight away. Looking through the I think loads of these have been here before, and they really do not sell well. Ab trainers, trimmers, whatever you want to call them. There's just no reselling them. But there is reselling these thermos thermos cool box. It's a vintage Maladin, something like that, cool box. Picked it up. That's kind of folds down. It's got a hard plastic base. Sell for around about £25, so not a bad pickup for £1. I'm glad I looked down here because these are the old PS2 like F1 driving systems. I used to have one when I was a kid actually, but mine were for Xbox. These are PS2 ones, the accelerator and the brake, and then the steering wheel. Slightly sticky, but I'm quite happy cleaning that up. And looking at some of these, sold comps range between £30 and £50. I'll probably be asking around about 25-30 for this one. And they only wanted a £5 for it, so a great little pickup. Again, another one of Bob's great pickups is this floral umbrella. I actually just asked him to hold it. I'm not putting it back, by the way. It's a floral umbrella with the duck head on it. Now, looking at comps online, definitely look out for the duck head on any of the umbrella styles, because that sells for around about £20 to £25. So for £1, really great pickup by Bob. This was quite a big item to be lugging around, to be fair. I probably should have took this to the till and started bundling stuff up, but me being like an idiot just decided to keep carrying it around, and blessing him, I'm loading Bob up. He's got pretty much everything else. And I've been looking in here, and they just don't do baskets. But I suppose because it's more like a warehouse, they just don't need to do baskets. I always have a quick look over the clothes range, but it's always like, because this is the feeder one from the expensive one that me and Amy mentioned last time. So the stuff that they just don't like selling, or the good stuff, ends up in that other place, and then everything else kind of ends up here. Now this were a good one, a Warner Brothers Tweety Pie mug. All mugs here are 50p. So I decided to pick these up because it was a Warner Brothers official, and for 50p it looks like it's going to sell for around about a tenner, so it's something I really do want to be picking up more in the future. I'm going to be looking out for more and more Disney mugs. just having a quick look over the games, but they really all just FIFAs. All games here are 20p, all DVDs here are 20p, or 10 for £1 I think they are. So just had a quick look over, but there's nothing there that really caught my eye, and I'm seriously questioning why I'm just carrying this around all the time. Like, why am I not putting it down anywhere? Why am I carrying a big basket around? Just not making much sense. But again, I'm looking through more mugs, trying to pick some better stuff up, better items. All of it here, I'm sure it says on that sign, everything's here is 50p each or 4 for £1. Now, I'm not just going to buy 4 just for the sake of it, like I have to find 4 good items. But on this occasion, I don't think I did find 4, but I think I do find 2, so I think I picked something else up in a minute, which is not a dirty wok. Now, that was ridiculously dirty, like how they've put that back out and not put it in the bin is beyond me. Check this out, this like ab extender thing. Just not worth it. Just not worth picking up. These all ab exercises, I'm going to say now, as a blanket rule for me, are probably not worth me even looking at and wasting my time on. This in this packaging was a brand new dog pen. It was plastic there when they wanted a tenner for it. So I decided to leave it because on Amazon I think you can pick them up for about 15 quid. So it just nobody's going to be looking on it on eBay to buy those second hand. Again, looking through the plush, I keep saying again, I don't know why I keep saying again. Looking through the plushes just to have a quick look, but it's got to be a really good one. I've given this advice to other people who have asked me the same questions. We do not have the market for plush over here as they do in America. So it's got to be a really special plush now for me to pick it up, because I have got a basket full in the unit that's just not going anywhere. It's just not shifting. I can't seem to like lower it down. I seem to sell like one every 2 months. So as a blanket rule, I'm stopping now. This was a good one. It's either from Nemo or Shark Tale. I think it's Nemo. It's a shark from Nemo, and it's actually a special edition Disney mug, and they sell for quite good money. I think the comp is around about here. Quite like this matching set, but they didn't. Well, you know I quite like it. I'm actually picking them all up, and I have second thoughts because the age on them isn't great. They all look like new manufacturer, and I just didn't fancy picking them up. They would just seem like one of them that were going to sit on the shelf for quite a while. Bless him, Bob. Look, he's still got everything. He's still taking a quick look around. It was really a good help today, like a really good help. For me, and just aided. It was nice to have a bit of company, and we're quite happy in pointing stuff out, and it's quite shocked that that's all mine. And here's me going back for, oh no, is it there? I was in two minds about an item and I ended up picking it up. It's a fruit bowl selection. I don't know whether it's on camera, but I'll put a comp here. And I picked this up for £3 and I've got it up for £21.65 with the shipping.
Well, I think it were alright. It weren't too bad, were it? I mean, Bob helped me out quite a lot, to be fair. Well, not quite a lot, but he picked 2 items out. So he picked the suit out, which was £4 for the full suit and trousers. Well, jacket and trousers for a suit, as normally a suit is. And that was £4. I'll probably be asking like 25 to 30 on that one, which isn't a bad return. And then the hotter umbrella, I haven't looked, but I think they sell for around about 10, 12 quid. So he's definitely helped me out there. The commode, all standard stuff like the Jaeger jacket. I've just recently sold one, so I know I can make money on that one. So yeah, in general, a really nice pick, really enjoyable pick between Christmas and New Year. Yeah, it was fine. I always enjoy going down there. Always nice going down to Chesterfield. Some great outlets. Oh, the steering wheel and pedal should do me all right. Like £5 into that one. It looks like it's for a PlayStation 1, maybe 2. And that should do me. Looking at some comps, it were like 40 to 50 something like that. So yeah, a £5 from that really isn't too bad. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, because I did. I enjoyed picking, I enjoyed the company. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and over and out from the Selling Dan.